Welcome to Networks Professionals.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're decoding what might just be the ultimate IT certification to seriously boost your enterprise career. We're talking about the F5 Certified Technology Specialist, or just F5-CTS for short. Look, if you want to secure a high-level, high-paying position in networking, cybersecurity, or cloud infrastructure, you are exactly where you need to be. Let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question to uncover the hidden infrastructure that is quite literally holding the modern web together. Think about it for a second. What exactly connects tech titans like Amazon and Google, massive telecom providers, and the world's absolute largest financial institutions? Seriously, how do they ensure millions of users can hit their servers simultaneously without the whole system just crashing or, worse, getting compromised by hackers? Well, the answer is enterprise-grade application delivery and security infrastructure. You see, modern enterprises rely entirely on applications, and those applications absolutely must be fast, highly available, scalable, and secure. There's no room for error. Solutions like the ones F5 provides sit right smack in the middle between the users and the applications. It's kind of like being the ultimate gatekeeper and traffic cop all rolled into one. They control the traffic flow, manage who gets in, and enforce strict security policies. So here's our roadmap for today. First, what exactly is the F5CS? Second, unlocking that high industry demand. Third, choosing your specialist track. Fourth, a look inside the exam syllabus. And finally, our 5 steps to getting certified. All right, jumping right into Section 1, what is the F5-CTS, the gateway to enterprise IT? So, what are we actually dealing with here? The F5-CTS is an advanced level certification offered directly by F5 Networks. Earning this credential is a huge flashing sign to employers that you have specialized expertise. It proves you know how to deploy, manage, and troubleshoot incredibly complex F5 application delivery and security tech. We're talking about mastering specialized, heavy-duty products like the big IP system. Sticking this on your resume is total validation that you can build and maintain the enterprise-grade infrastructure, keeping the world's critical services online. Let's take a look at how this builds out your skill tree. It really shows exactly where this specialist tier sits in your overall career progression. You don't just jump straight into the CTS. You got to start at level 1, getting that fundamental networking knowledge down cold, stuff like your CCNA or Network Plus. From there, you step up to level 2. The foundation level F5 Certified Administrator, or F5CA. Once you've got that solid baseline, then boom, you hit level 3, the F5-CTS, where you really get to specialize. And hey, for those of you aiming for the absolute pinnacle, level 4 is the F5 Certified Solution Expert. That's the highest technical certification they offer. Moving on to Section 2, unlocking high industry demand. Let's call this one the loot drop. Just look at the massive industry demand for these specific skills. We are talking about the absolute titans here. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, IBM, and Oracle. Then go ahead and add major government agencies, massive telecom providers, and the biggest financial institutions to that list. Because of this totally critical need for things like application security, web application firewalls, and hybrid cloud networking, these organizations are literally desperate for professionals who actually understand modern application delivery architectures. When you hold an F5-CTS, you instantly transform into a highly valued asset for data centers, cybersecurity teams, and DevOps environments all over the globe. And let me tell you, the earning potential absolutely reflects that crazy demand. To put it into perspective, a standard network engineer can pull in up to about $130,000. But once you specialize and officially become an F5 engineer, that ceiling jumps right up to $160,000. And if you push those skills even further into a cloud infrastructure engineer role, you could be looking at top-end ranges of $190,000. Now, of course, actual salaries are going to vary based on your location and experience, but the data clearly shows that specializing in F5 technologies is a surefire way to significantly boost your market value. All right, Section 3, choosing your specialist track. Or as gamers would say, choose your class. So this is the really crucial part, picking your specialization. See, the F5-CTS isn't just one single monolithic exam. It's a path you actually get to choose based on where you want your career to go. Think about it. Are you an optimizer or are you a guardian? Over on the left, we've got the LTM, or Local Traffic Manager Specialist. This track is all about your core application delivery. We're talking load balancing, traffic management, and SSL offloading. It is absolutely the bread and butter of keeping applications running super fast. But then over on the right, we have the APM, the Access Policy Manager Specialist. This one is definitely for the security and identity folks. It leans heavily into remote access VPNs, zero trust architectures, identity federation, and single sign-on solutions. Or alternatively, you could go with the ASM track. That's the Advanced Web Application Firewall. If your passion is standing on the front lines and defending against active web attacks, this is for sure for you. It zeroes right in on web application security, protecting against those notorious OWASP top threats and actively mitigating live attacks. Oh, and there's a DNS specialist track available too. Honestly, the real beauty of the F5-CTS is that you can tailor it exactly to your interests, whether you want to lean more into networking, identity management, or just pure hardcore cybersecurity. Section 4. Inside the exam syllabus. Welcome to the training ground. Now, while the exact syllabus will obviously change depending on which track you pick, there are 7 key domains that make up your overall foundation. First up, you've got to know the basics, right? That means application delivery fundamentals like TCP/IP and the underlying big IP TMOS architecture. Next, you'll need to know how to secure the perimeter with DDoS protection and authentication protocols like SAML. And finally, you really have to master the art of just keeping the lights on. That means configuring high availability clustering and being able to troubleshoot some seriously complex issues using packet captures. Getting down to the practical stuff, earning this internationally recognized cert is actually incredibly accessible. The technology specialist exams will run you about $180, which, let's be real, is just a tiny fraction of what a college semester costs. Plus, F5 now supports online proctored exams through Certiverse, right alongside the traditional Pearson VU test centers. So what does that mean for you? It means if your home internet and webcam meet the requirements, you can tackle this highly respected exam without ever even leaving your house. 245. Go ahead and burn that specific number into your brain because that is your target. Most of these technology specialist exams use a scaled score ranging from 100 up to 350. To actually pass and snag that certification, you've got to hit a score of exactly 245. And since it's a scaled score, F5 doesn't actually release the exact percentage equivalent. That means you really need to be thoroughly, comprehensively prepared across all those domains to make sure you hit that mark. Okay, final stretch. Section 5, 5 steps to certification. This is your master plan. I like to think of this as a staircase. Step 1, you absolutely must solidify your networking fundamentals. We're talking routing, switching, and DNS. Once you've got that baseline, step 2 is moving up to big IP basics where you'll master virtual servers and nodes. Step 3, please do not guess what's going to be on the test. Use the official exam blueprints straight from the F5 education portal. Step 4 is where you roll up your sleeves, build a virtual lab so you can actually configure load balancing yourself. And step 5, practice your troubleshooting with tools like Wireshark until it literally becomes second nature. Look, I really want to emphasize this quote from our source material because it's huge. Hands-on experience is critical for success. Seriously, you absolutely cannot just passively read a textbook or binge a video series and expect to pass the F5-CTS. No way. You have to get in there. You have to build it, you have to break it, capture the packets, and then figure out how to fix it. That gritty, real-world troubleshooting is exactly what separates the truly certified experts from everyone else. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Knowing the massive industry demand that's out there, the honestly incredible salary potential, and the sheer power of mastering application delivery, which specialist track are you going to conquer first? Are you going to be the master of traffic with the LTM, the guardian of identity with the APM, or maybe the ultimate defender with the ASM? The infrastructure of the modern web is out there waiting. I'd say it's about time to go build your lab.
Thanks for watching.